All right, it's Bill here. Here's my thoughts on a 5-3 victory for the Toronto Maple Leafs over the Dallas Stars. I will say this. Your first star, your second star, and your third star is the Joseph Woll show. This is just refreshing at some point that the Leafs have good goaltending. I see Stolarz is out 4 to 6 weeks. And somehow they show us that Matt Murray gets a shutout down on Wilkes-Barre. Scranton, who cares? I know Woll's. You can go back to my videos 2 years ago. I just know that Joseph Woll is gonna. I just knew he's gonna be fantastic. I didn't know Stolarz. I know Stolarz would be better backup than Samsonov, but the goaltending has been so good this year. And today the defense was atrocious. Like probably one of the worst games I've seen Tanev play. Riley was unbearably bad. You have a 4-2 lead with a Connor Timmins pinch. This is the first game where I went, wow, that is a bad, or the defense played very, very poorly tonight. But Joseph Woll was there to bail him out. Get into the game. The first goal, right off the, well, how much, or wasn't that much into the game. Just turned it on. Yeah, Sam Steele. I'm going to get into this right now. Putting Nylander, Marner, and Matthews together it is no good. We've seen coaches do. Actually, I never saw Babcock do it, but they call it the nuclear option. I remember with Keith, but Tavares with Marner and Matthews, or it don't work. Stop the nonsense. These are three players that are different types of players, but not one of them crashes the boards and gets pucks. It don't work. Do the right thing, and I saw he did it at the end of the game. But you have to have Marner with Tavares and pick the winger, whether it's Paxton Pretty or McMahon or Nyes or whatever you're going to do, although you're probably not going to mess with the third line, and put Nylander with Matthews and the other one. That's it. These three guys showed up tonight and they gave up. They were on the ice for 3 goals for the Dallas Stars. That's not good. Anyways, on this one, Sam Steele beats everyone. It was a horrible play. I think it was Jake McCabe got caught standing around. Again, the defense was piss poor tonight. And he gave up 3 goals, and the only reason he gave up 3 goals is because Joseph Woll stood on his head. I don't know how many breakaways he had to make saves on, but anyway, Sam Steele beat him on a breakaway, make it 1-0, and then the third line was great. It's 2 games in a row, great. Domi, Robertson, and McMahon played fantastic. So maybe that's why you don't put McMahon up the line, but you don't want to break up this line right now. Now, does Robertson play himself in the NHL? It's nice. He's had 2 good games. He's got to keep it going. He's got to keep rolling. He can't stop. He always seems to do good against Dallas. His other brother, Jason, invisible. I don't remember. I was watching the game. I don't recall seeing him on the ice at any point. We're doing anything substantial. But, I thought third line was fantastic. Domi with the goal. They get in the second period intermission. Now, they had some penalties, too. I think it was, how many penalties in the first period? But it was two in a row to Connor Timmins. But at the end of the day, what are you going to do? But 16-4 outshot, and you're 1-1. Okay. And the second period starts, and again, it's a little bit more domination of Dallas, and it starts off again. You give up a goal 22 seconds into the third period, or second period. Danilov, we can look at the goal as maybe a little bit of a cheap one on Woll, but what in the world was Riley doing? Why don't I just back into my goalie and let the guy shoot? Like, no gap. Danilov, it's not like Danilov shot it from the top of the circle. He got to get down pretty low. With no physical contact whatsoever, all stick. And it was a nice shot. Beat Joseph Woll, made it 2-1. And I thought at that point Woll had to stand on his head, and he did. But this was the craziest goal. So the first line, again, the Matthews, Nylander, and Marner, they got a goal, but they were getting demolished on this shift. Like, taken to the woodshed. Chance after chance, Woll saved. Mitchie Boitano is running into referees like nobody's business. I think he hit 2 refs tonight. Well, one ref tripped him. He looks up. He's complaining. Puck lands on his stick. He fires it. Just fires it. Matthews picks it up, and it looks like Dallas just forgot they were skating, or maybe they're at the end of a shift. And a nice flip pass from Matthews to Nylander, and Nylander buries it to make it 2-2. And I'm laughing. This game should not be 2-2. But it's 2-2. And 16 seconds later, as I'm doing my laughter, Nick Robertson puts a move on the defense, but he stayed with the puck, and he shot a puck that an AHL goalie should have scored or should have saved. Let's be honest, everybody. Ottinger was really bad tonight. That's good for the Leafs, but he was bad, and he should have had that shot. Made it 3-2, and then about 6 minutes later, the third line was flying. The back check is what I like here. Nick Robertson with the back check. Nice pass over to Bobby McMahon, who rips a shot that an AHL goalie should have stopped. So Ottinger gave us 2, and I think at one point he had 9 shots on net, and 4 of them went in the net. What's his save percentage for the night? I know they pulled him for the third period. He had 12 shots. He made 4 saves, and Casey DeSmith faced 6 shots in the third period. Again, 4-2 going into the third period. I actually thought the Leafs played pretty decently in the third period, even though they had 6 shots on net, but you're carving out where you're taking a lead. Again, I don't like the first line loaded up like that. It's never been effective. I've watched it too many times. It don't work. So stop that. I think you have to keep the third line together. There's no doubt about that. But I forgot something. It's your Ryan Reaves or a pot. There's a number on this one. It's not all zeros. Ryan Reaves, 0-0-0-0. 1 shot on net. It was a wraparound after a hit. Bravo, Mr. Reaves, bravo. 10 minutes of ice time. Holy double digits. 10 minutes of ice time. And effective, no. He was 1 for 2 hitting, I think, Brandon Smith. Brandon Smith dummied him on 1, and then he got him back. It says he had 6 hits. I saw 2. Maybe 3. I might give him 3. 1 he actually lost. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Ryan Reaves is ineffective. I thought the fourth line was really, really bad. Kampf coming back in, that wasn't good. I know they sent Fraser Minton down and whatever. It doesn't matter. Fraser Minton should be down in the AHL. There's no use for Ryan Reaves. There's no use. He doesn't do anything. I thought pretty much Patrick Pretty was pretty bad tonight. He had the big hit on Maverick Bourque. But after that, what did he do? Nyes was kind of like, you can't put Tavares, Nyes, and like, you can't just have a huge first line. I thought the first 2 lines were so ineffective, and the third line was awesome. And then when they started to go back to the old lines, they were good. Now, for you Johnny T fans, I did see him win a board battle today. I did. I saw it right at the end of the game. He got his assist into an empty net. I've never seen a man work harder with an empty net. Never seen a man work harder. When an empty net is out there, whoo, I don't want to go into the kind of Johnny T. You? I've never seen the man skate so fast. When there's an empty net, Johnny T works. By the way, if you can show me another puck battle he won during the night, please do. Please tell me the time. I got it on PVR. Love to know. I saw him lose like 3 battles in 1 shift. But I'm supposed to be nice to Johnny T. Hell of an assist into an empty net. Anyways, the Leafs play on Friday against Buffalo. It's an afternoon. Someone told me it was an afternoon game. I'm hoping it's not. Let me take a look here. Afternoon game. Friday. No, it's not an afternoon game. 7 o'clock. Perfect. So Friday against Buffalo, you can imagine. Oh, by the way, really shocking that Dallas got a goal from Colin Blackwell, ex-Leaf. That happens all the time. It's craziness. That is a Leafy thing to have a guy who, I don't know how many goals he scored for the Leafs. It'd be maybe 2, 4, whatever he had. And actually, Blackwell and Steele looked pretty decent for Dallas. But again, I didn't see much of Robertson. I didn't think he played that well. But anyways, they play the Sabres. Sabres are struggling. It's in Buffalo. Typically, the Leafs don't do very good in Buffalo. But I will have my review. Cheers.